Welcome to my DuckDB 101 series. This is the video for getting started with DuckDB in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to assume you have nothing on your computer related to DuckDB, and we're going to start from zero to finish in less than 10 minutes. The first thing you're going to want to do is launch a browser and go to duckdb.org. And this is the official DuckDB website. I'm going to click on the Get DuckDB button. And because I'm running Windows, it detected that I'm running Windows and suggested me one of two downloads, either an AMD or an ARM64 version. For most people, you're going to want the AMD version if you're on Windows, unless you happen to be running an ARM laptop. I'm going to click download, and there it downloaded into a zip file on my downloads. And if we refresh my downloads, you see it here called DuckDB CLI. I'm going to double click that zip file, and it's a single executable file within the zip. You can put this anywhere on your computer, but for the purposes of this demo and for ease of demonstration, I'm going to put it on my C drive under a folder called DuckDB, which I've already created. And I'm going to just drag this exe from within the zip file into this folder. Now I can close this out. And now I'm ready to launch my DuckDB. You need to do this with a command line. So you click on the start menu. I'm going to type in CMD, hit enter, and you will get a small black box that comes up like this. Now I want to be in my C/DuckDB folder. So I'm going to type in cd space backslash. That's going to take me to the root of C. Then I'm typing cd space duckdb, hit enter. Now let's go back up one level. If I do cd space duck and hit tab, it will auto detect the folder and fill it out for you with like an IntelliSense. And then you can just hit enter, and now you're in that folder. If I do a dir within this folder, you see my duckdb.exe, which is this one file right here, and I'm about ready to launch it. Now, if you just type in DuckDB without any parameters, it will launch DuckDB in a command line interface, which you can use, and is quite powerful. But for newcomers, I totally recommend using the UI that comes built into DuckDB. And to access that UI, you simply type in DuckDB space, which is very important, you need that space, dash UI, and then hit enter. It'll take about 5 seconds to launch. It's going to create a web server, and it's going to launch a web page with your DuckDB. And let me delete some of these here, which I've used earlier. I'm going to full screen this, and now what I'm going to do is load some files. So inside my DuckDB, I'm going to copy a CSV file, which on my computer, which I'm going to copy in here. It's called County Info, and it's about 900 kilobytes. And because it's in the same folder as my DuckDB, I don't need to have any special references. I can just list the file name as it is. Now to copy the file name, I'm going to click it once, click F2 to rename, do Control A to highlight everything, Control C to copy that file name, and now the full file name is on my clipboard. Now I'm ready to go back to my DuckDB UI and read from that file. So I'm going to click in Add Cell, and I'm going to just say select star from read underscore CSV, which is the function inside DuckDB to read CSV files, double quote, and I'm going to paste that file name. And I can either hit play or I can hit Control Enter. I'm going to just go ahead and hit play for now, and it's going to read that file. Notice it has about 3,144 rows, which is one row for every county in the United States. And it's showing all 3,000 of them. It loaded it pretty fast in 121 milliseconds. And now we have read a CSV file in DuckDB right away. Now you will see some interesting stats on the right hand side, which if you're doing exploratory data analysis, this is great because it gives you how many unique values there are, how many are empty in each column. But for now, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get started with DuckDB by just reading a CSV file, using the built-in UI, and getting started right away. Now this notebook will persist after you close it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this window, and I'm going to go back to my DuckDB command prompt where I launched it. Now it's just sitting here running because it's running this server at this location. It's running a web server. If I want to stop this web server, I can just hit Control D to stop it, and it's gone. And the DuckDB server is gone, and everything is shut down. And again, to relaunch it, you just type in DuckDB space -UI again. Again, it's going to launch it up, and it's going to open a new browser window. And there's your notebook persisted. And even the code that you had inside persists. Now, the data that we queried is not there, but the SQL code that we typed is there. So I can just run this again, get my data back, and boom, there we go. So now you're able to start DuckDB super fast, and stay tuned for future videos where we'll dig in deeper. Thanks for watching.